So as we all know, January is supposedly the worst month for movies. But I only saw one terrible movie in January, and that was the very first movie I saw this year, Assassin's Creed. But now we've moved on, and it looks like they might be carrying that trope over to February. Who knows? So here's my experience with seeing Rings. I'd just come away from a weekend in Amsterdam, and I had some space cake before I got on the plane. It hadn't wore off, and I got off the plane, and I was like, yeah, I need to let this wear off. I need to just take some time. So I went to cinema to see whatever was on. Rings was the first film that was on, and I was like, hey, can't be that bad, right? Well, I mean, I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes rating, and I was like 6%. Maybe it'll be fun, terribly fun. The thing with it is, and I've heard a lot of people say that it's not complete shit, and I kind of agree. I actually sat there watching this movie. Bear in mind I was a bit high, but I was there watching the movie, and I was like, this isn't that bad. I mean, it gets worse as it goes along. Like, it starts off and it's fine. There's this really stupid sequence of a plane, and it's like, okay, that's really stupid, and I don't really give a crap about that. So yeah, I mean, I just got off a plane. This is kind of weird. But then it moves straight on to, like, this actual story of the film, and it's a really dumb story. Basically, you've got this high school professor, and he's doing this experiment, and he's like, hey, watch this video. You know how the ring works. You watch the video, you die in 7 days. The little guy calls you, and he's like, 7 days, 7 days, and it's like, okay, right, I'm gone. But in this movie, they sort of do that, but the 7 days thing doesn't really matter here, because you can just pass it on to someone else. I don't know if that's how the original worked. Here's my confession. I've never seen a Ring movie. This is the first Ring movie I ever saw. So, maybe it's not the best place to sort of propel me into the Ring fandom, but I don't even know if it has much of a fandom, because does anyone even know this movie exists? I don't know if people have even gone to see this movie. So anyway, that doesn't really matter. But the thing with Rings is, it's incredibly dumb. It's really stupid. But I sat there and I wasn't that bored. And that's the biggest compliment I can give it. I wasn't, like, very bored when I watched it. Like, I saw a movie called The Other Side of the Door last year, and you had, like, The Forest and those sort of movies. And I was so bored watching them. But with this movie, it was like, hey, it's not as bad as I would have expected it to. Best part about this movie is Vincent D'Onofrio. I did not expect him to be in this movie. I mean, his character was absolutely terrible. I mean, they literally took the concept of Don't Breathe and put it into one character in this Ring movie. And once you see the movie, you'll know what I mean. It's pretty disturbing. It's pretty fucked up. But Vincent D'Onofrio, by far, he takes this movie, and whether you're having a good time or a bad time with the movie, he makes it a fun time. And every time he's on screen, it's like, this is the best part of the movie. But with Rings, I'm going to go out and say it. No, it's not a good movie. Should you see it? Probably not. Don't pay to go and see it. I saw it for free because I was stoned. But with Rings, it's a movie that you could expect to be absolutely terrible, and you walk out thinking, hey, there were certain moments in that movie that weren't complete horseshit. And if that works for Rings, I'm sure it can work for any other horror movie, because I had no expectations. Now, my biggest problem with Rings is, if you're gonna have a plot twist in your movie, let it be in the movie, because it was spoiled everywhere. The poster actually says, and okay, this is gonna go into spoiler territory. If you want to see Rings and you haven't seen the trailer or the poster, turn off the video now, because I'm gonna spoil the ending of Rings. But on the poster it says, like, evil is reborn, and you see Samara coming out of the TV, and it's like, okay, I guess they're just saying that it's a new franchise. But in the trailer they actually show the main girl, she's pulling her skin away and she's got, like, hair come out of her mouth, and that's the ending of this movie. That's the plot twist gone. The plot twist is that the main girl in this movie is the rebirth of Samara, and it's like, you just knew it was coming throughout the whole movie. You never saw that scene in the movie, but it was in the trailer. You're like, maybe it was just shot for the trailer. And that would have been kind of smart, I guess. But no, that's the entire ending of this movie. So we know exactly what goes down in this film. So if you're going in for some surprises, Rings won't give that to you, because you've already seen every surprise it wants to give. But if you want a movie where you can sit back and sort of turn your brain off and watch a really dumb, stupid movie that's really dumb and stupid, and did I mention it's dumb and stupid, then Rings is the movie for you. If you were drunk or high, it would be such a great movie, because you'd be sitting there thinking, yeah, I know where this is going to go down, but I'm too out of my face to realize that this is a dumb movie, so I'm just going to let it, I'm just going to roll with it. But yeah, I was fine with this movie until the end. The end really did ruin it, and it really was like, okay, movie plot twists are dead now. But You know, if you want to see Rings, no one's going to stop you. I'm just saying it's not worth paying full price for if you're an avid horror fan, because it's not that scary. The jump scares just happen all the time, and it's typical horror movie cliche tropes. The story is very cliche and very horror movie that you've seen a million times before-esque. But, you know, if that doesn't bother you and you just want to sit back and relax, I guess Rings is the movie for you, I suppose, maybe. Unless you're going to be overthinking really dumb, stupid shit that happens in a movie. I can't mention that enough. It's a dumb and stupid movie. So, Rings. Have you seen it? Probably not. But if you have, let me know. I mean, I thought this movie was supposed to come out a long time ago and it just came out now. I think it did get delayed. I don't know why. We'll find out, I guess, in time. But thank you guys for watching this review. If you like what you see here, remember I have many more videos. You can click subscribe, give this a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.